afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me. Again, my name's Lucas Overby. Heard a lot about being from the area, being from Pinellas. First of all, I want to thank my alma mater for being here. I went to Lakewood High School in St Petersburg, born and raised in Clearwater and Largo. I think one of the big differences and one of the reasons I got involved last year in this race was largely because people running, and no offense to those of you that don't know the community that well. I've spent my entire life here, and I spent the majority of my adult and late childhood working inside of the community, filling the gaps that got left behind with the state and with the federal government.
You're not quite, you're too tall. Sorry.
It's a problem. Late last year, we formed a coalition of people under 30 to start to engage younger people in voting and activism. I was very blessed. My party asked me to carry that forward into this race, again, against Congressman Young and at the time Jessica Ehrlich. And we've been very happy to be able to bring that engagement forward. And we've been very lucky to get to work with the same groups that I've been working with for the last 10 years in different social communities and different civics projects, that we actually get to hear the voice. Since February, we've been out in the neighborhoods, walking doors, holding small town halls, holding small meetings, to hear what the constituents actually want, to hear what they really want to get done, and start bringing together real solutions that aren't party line. Yes, I'm the libertarian. No, I'm not that kind of libertarian. Pragmatism is and has been our number one objective. What can we get done? What can we get done now? There is a lot of long-term solutions. We don't have time for most of them. We know that going into the new year, before we get there, whichever one of us you choose to send, we're going to be walking into a mess. We know that the next fiscal fight is coming right before we get there. And we know whatever they decide to do, it's going to be a fight for the rest of the year. We need real solutions. We need to come together, and we need to fight to fix this. Our biggest focus so far in my campaign has been tax reform. There's been several good solutions that have been presented by both parties that have all gotten shot down. Why aren't we simplifying the tax code? Why aren't we making it more fair? Why aren't we making it easier for small businesses to do their jobs? Right now we have massive subsidies. We're wasting tons of taxpayer money on the biggest intakers at the highest level. Yet small businesses have to fight and scrape. I've been in small business in this community my entire working life. I've been a commercial diver for 15 years, and our company doesn't hold any more than 16 people. Yet we still got killed by Affordable Care Act. We still got killed by the new insurance laws and the new taxes that got passed down. 16 people. Most of my guys don't make that much money. How are they supposed to pay these new insurance costs? It's something that I've worked with and lived with every day. I've seen each and every time we raise the taxes, each and every time we hit small business with big business regulations. And that, for me, has been one of the biggest issues. We regulate people like Walmart. They love it. They pay for it. They ask D.C. to give them those regulations, simply so that competition goes away. Government contracting has been another big one that we have looked at. I'm very proud of the legacy that Congressman Young has left us for this community. It's something I want to expand on. We need to make contracting easier. We need to make it fairer, and we need to get cronyism out of the way of it. There are amazing small businesses in this community that have not a shot to get any of these contracts. We need to open it up. We need to make it easier. We need to grow small business, because that is where we are going to get unemployment further down in the state. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, we'll take your 4-minute question-answer session.
Your choice.
Hi, I'm Victoria. Can you tell me how you plan to go to Washington and develop relationships with international and national representation when they may not know who you are? How do you make that happen and still be effective?
We're going to work with a lot of existing legislation, and we've already started to reach out to form coalitions with not only lobby groups, but with existing congressmen and women that are already in D.C. With a lot of the bipartisan divide that we have, it's actually going to be a little bit easier for me to navigate. I'm not tied to anybody. We can make things happen regardless of party. I don't have a party telling me what to do. Next one. I got the one right behind you. I'll get you next.
Hi, Kim Black. I went to Lakewood too, and not in your class. What do you believe, as a public school graduate, what do you believe is the role of the federal government in public schools and local decision making?
It doesn't have one. I'm actually a very large advocate of states controlling education. The closer we can get it to the community, the better. The federal government, no, and we need to keep it here.
Hi, my name is Leonard Schmiege, and you can watch this broadcast on Shadowhill on YouTube later. My question is, since you're a libertarian and you don't like a lot of regulation, banks currently are charging people who don't have an account with a bank $6 to cash a check because they haven't been forced to not by regulation. Would you regulate those banks?
No. A lot of these answers are really simple. Yeah, as a libertarian, I'm very much opposed to adding new regulation. There's a lot we can do with removing regulation that's going to move a lot more forward than adding more. A lot of the problems that we've seen have arisen because we've stockpiled regulation on top of regulation on top of regulation. Let's legislate some of that off the table. Let's find ourselves underneath all of it before we add more.
I'm Gregory Wilson, and I commend the courage of the candidacy. But for better or worse, this nation is largely a two-party system, and you're not a part of one of those two parties. When do you think we will see a turning point where a libertarian could play a more productive role? If you're that person, please tell us how.
March 11th was actually going to be my answer, is when we start seeing that turning point. On a full-blown national scale presidency, I'll be the first to tell you you're looking 2020s, 2030s before my party were to have a shot. An election like this, we do have a shot. I wouldn't be here if we didn't. We got involved in this race because we know the community, we know the activists in the community, and we feel that we do have a real chance at winning. I don't play to lose. I don't play to make political statements. We're here to win this race just like everybody else. I got time for one more? Nope, we're done?
That's it. You do have your 1 minute closing.
I think we've pretty much said it all. I appreciate the questions, and thank you again, Tiger Bay, for having me. I look forward to post-primary time. I'm going to get to spar with everybody a little bit more then, and thank you guys again for having me. I appreciate it.